'Cause no one makes me feel the way you do. No one makes me feel the way. No one makes me feel the way. No one makes me feel the way. 'Cause no one makes me feel the way you do.
What is going on, guys? Today we're doing a review on the Vitilan T7 Pro. I already done a review on the Vitilan T7 about a couple of years ago or so. One in bright yellow, nice looking bike. They come in various colours. I didn't know what the difference was between the T7 and the T7 Pro, which this is. But I can notice already a few little upgrades. If you come and have a look closer, it's got really nice, proper chunky looking triple clamp forks. I think these have got 105mm of travel, and they're actually 34 diameter, so that'd be 34mm stanchions on it, which is pretty rare on a kind of Chinese-ish type of e-bike. I don't know if they are Chinese, most are.
Let's say China.
China.
Decent looking spec, hydraulic brakes. You can see it's got on the hub motor, Bafang branded 1000-watt rear motor. This apparently has got upgraded forks, upgraded battery. This is running 52 volts, and instead of doing 28 miles per hour, it's supposed to do 35 miles an hour. So, sounds like a lot of fun. Without any further ado, I say we get straight out on it and see what it rides like. Let's go. Oh, I hate this. It's asking for a password to even ride it. I absolutely hate apps. I hate passwords. Alright, it's 000 smart ass, but I find nothing more annoying when you have to use a flipping app to use like electric bikes, electric skateboards. I just want to get on them and go. Super annoying. It's got loads of little details actually. Check this out. It's got proper metal pedals with studs on, like a proper mountain bike. Right, is this thing unlocked before we go out for a ride? I'm not doing a review on a 15 mile an hour bike, it's pointless. Whoa. I don't know how fast we're going. Oh, it's cut out. It's in kilometres an hour. I need to take my sunglasses off, I can't see the display. 10, what's 15, 25? It's cut out 20 kilometres an hour. Be fair, it shifts alright. Pulls away at least as quick as the last dual motor bike I did, to be fair. But there's no way in the world I'm doing a review at 20 km/h. It's going to be boring. Let's get this thing unlocked. Let's go down. Advanced settings. 000. Oh, what is it doing? Why is it doing that? Oh, do you know what I know it is? It's a different password. I've seen this display before and I think it's 1801. Let's see if I'm right. 18. Probably could have gone backwards, would have been quicker. 1801. Right, 1801 to unlock. Power system of 52 volt. Wheel size, speed limit. Speed limit is on. Why is it on 51 km/h? Yeah, it's still cutting out. Right, I'll put it up to 60. Throttle 6 km/h. You reckon that might be what it is? No. Maybe that's all it was. That was throttle 6 kilometres an hour. We actually managed to get way faster than that, so I don't know. Do you know what, actually? I didn't actually have it set to power mode level 5, so maybe I just started this video all wrong. Anyway, let's give that a try. Let's go. Yeah, that's definitely better. Brakes are on the wrong side as usual. Front wheel feels a bit, I don't know, I think the tyre's just a little bit low. Yeah, it's alright, first impressions. It's definitely unlocked now. Let's grab an action camera and take this for a ride. What do you reckon today, guys? GoPro onboard camera or Insta360 to get the whole bike in? Maybe we'll do a bit of both, we'll see. Let's grab a camera. Oh, just quickly before, obviously got decent forks, but it's got a D&M rear shock as well. This looks pretty decent. Normally get these on the rear of the kind of electric motocross bikes, like the stealth bombery type of thing, so it's fairly decent rear shock on it. It's fairly stiff, but I think you can adjust all the settings on it. Forks, possibly got adjustment and air. These are air forks, by the way, on the front. Right, let's grab a camera and see what this bike rides like. Let's go. before we go anywhere, we need to take off the display, christen it. Right, let's find the bins, we're not little bugs. Let's go. First ride from this bike for me. Straight away I can notice these pedals with the little metal nipples on them. Decent, this thing flies. I'm worried I'm going to crash into a dog walker already. Alright, let's go, full throttle. Shift's alright, proper comfy as well. Feels decent. First impressions, it's fast, comfortable, feels well put together. Right, little uphill section. There's a path, there it is. I thought it was up that way. Probably should have took my sunglasses off before coming in the woods. Flying uphill, 22, 25. This thing's a beast in the woods. Yeah, I can already see this bike's going to be a popular one with you guys. I remember the T7 had a good impression on me. I don't know if it was like 2 years ago now that I did a review on that or so. At least a year ago. But they've obviously improved, offering a better spec on this. I think it's yeah, I think 105mm travel front forks, 34mm stanchions. That's pretty decent. This thing's nice. It's comfy, fast. It's like glides around these woods. And you get the straights and this thing just takes off. I like it. Smooth. So they've obviously put a bit of care into the spec of this thing. You've got a nice decent colour display, not a cheap tacky one, full colour display. Don't know if you can see that there. Pretty decent hydraulic brakes. Yeah, they are pretty decent to be fair. Samsung cells in the battery. It's like even the little details. Like, the lock on this thing isn't that big. It's probably enough. I've never seen that before. The cable entry is like a rubber grommet. So you don't dent the frame and, you know, chip all your paintwork. Jesus. Hitting like 30 miles an hour in the woods. I like it. I already know I like it without even riding it too much. I do remember liking that yellow T7 Pro. It wasn't the best e-bike I ever tested, but it looked half decent as well as rode half decent. So, thumbs up for light off-road use, woodlands, trails. See what this thing goes like uphill. Yeah. Whoa. This thing's an absolute tank. Right. I'll say we spin it around and see whether we can get anywhere close to that 35 mile an hour. Was it 34? 35? Something like that. I'm not sure if we're going to have the space down here, but... Oh, shit. I'm trying to put my sunglasses on. I noticed the speedo is very slow at catching up to the speed. We're going way fast on what it's saying at the moment. Right, speedo's catching up now. I think it lags behind by about 5-10 seconds. 33 then. Oh no, we're on a blind bend, I've got to come off the throttle. Right, flat ground now. See if we can squeeze top speed out by the end of the road. Come on, 35. Yeah, we're 35. I did notice the power cut out then at 35, so I think it's restricted to 35. There is a chance this thing could do closer to 40, which would make sense with a 52 volt battery. 35 is more than enough for most people. Let's try the pedal assist. Whoa! I was about to say try the pedal assist out. Just lurched forwards. This is what I don't like about pedal assist, why I prefer throttles. Second I just start rotating my legs a little bit, the thing just lurches. Proper jolter. Whereas the throttle, it's nice smooth increments when you do the throttle. This isn't a criticism of this bike, it's just the UK law. I think it's safer to have this thing where you move your legs a little bit and the power just kicks in. And it doesn't matter how light or hard you're doing the pedals, I don't think it's cadence sensing. Look, I think the cruise control's on there because we're just, I'm not pedaling, I'm not doing the throttle. I'll tap the brakes to cut it out now. So you've got a cruise control, but if it ever comes on like unsuspectingly, all you need to do is tap the brakes and it'll cut the power out. Let's see what it's like across the field. So far, it is a lovely bike to ride. Straight across. Whoa, hey. It's lovely. I really like this bike. I mean, it's not going to handle like super sharp being a big fat tyre, but it's nimble enough. Yeah. I like it. It's an absolute rocket, to be fair. I'd say this feels as fast as, what was that last dual motorbike I reviewed this week? I'm trying to think what it's called now. Obviously didn't have that big an impression because I've forgotten the name of it already, but I do remember the Vitilan from like 2 years ago, and this Pro version is 100% an improvement. Look at these big dips in the ground, gliding over them. This might be the best all-rounder I've done this year, to be fair. Yeah, I think this might be the best all-rounder this year. So it's comfortable, looks good, does off-road well. 20 amp hour battery with Samsung cells, you're going to get decent range out of it. I mean, range is going to be dependent on rider weight, whether you're pedaling much, whether you're using the throttle much, how fast you're going, wind, tyre pressure, too many factors. And you could probably get anywhere from 20 to 60 miles on this, depending how fast or slow you ride it. What does it feel like on the road with traffic? Look at this, keeping up with the cars, having a break. Right, little urban hill test. We've got a fairly big hill coming up. Hitting the bottom of it at 26 miles an hour. And we're now doing 28. Still going uphill. 27. So we dropped down to 26 by the top of the hill. At the crest of the hill now, so it's pretty decent going uphill. Not bad at all. So you just love it when there's traffic and you're on an e-bike. Right guys, let's run through the spec on this bike again, just in case I miss any small details, like a little recap. So this is the Pro model of the T7 Vitilan, and it's got an upgraded 52 volt 20 amp hour battery as opposed to the 48. T7 doesn't look a lot different to this. Price point wise, the T7 comes in, I believe, about £1,500, £1,550. This one's currently advertised at £1,800. I think it's a lot of bike for the money. So with the specs of the Pro, you've got Mozo, I think it is, Mozo branded 34mm suspension, air forks up front, nice and chunky, they look the business. Then on the back you've got a 4-link suspension system with D&M rear shock. D&M's a pretty well known brand. It's not like the most, it's not the most extreme fork brand out there, but it's well known, especially on things like stealth bombers, things like that. The battery, I forgot to mention, is integrated into the frame and it's fully removable. I don't know who that is, she keeps waving at me, I keep seeing her everywhere. The brakes on it are Tektro, again another well-known brand. It's not the most, thing is with any of these bikes, you're not going to get like Fox factory forks and like £2,000 forks, and do you know what I mean? Let's be realistic here. For £1,800 you're not going to get a bike with £1,000, £1,500 worth of front suspension. Let's be realistic. So it's, I would say, branded. Tektro on a lot of bikes like Scott and Trek entry level mountain bikes. And they've got Tektro brakes, 180mm rotors up front, which is better than the usual 160 you get on most of these bikes. And the stopping power is pretty brutal, to be fair. So it's got a pretty decent LED front headlight, and you can turn that on via the handlebars. I think it's meant to be 600 lumens, however bright that is, but it looks pretty decent. Let's turn the light off in case we're blinding you. There we go. I just noticed the Insta360 camera I'm filming this on is lit up like a Christmas tree. I was like, why is it doing that? Yeah, with the rear motor, it's a Bafang, so obviously that's another market leader brand. And this thing apparently peaks out of a peak power of 1600 watts. Pretty decent, as you can see. Cuts out at 35 mile an hour, which is more than enough for most people. Comes in the country fully locked by regulations of 15 mile an hour like all e-bikes. Personally myself, I think it's stupid having pedal assist and 15th. It's a bit too slow, but it is what it is. And I think pedal assist is dangerous, but it is what it is. You've got Shimano 8-speed gears. Even the chain on it, they've got to put a KMC chain on it, so they could have gone with a unbranded chain, but even the chain's branded, like Samsung battery, can't even talk. Samsung sells in a battery, KMC chain, Bafang motor, Tektro brakes, like. It's all pretty decent entry-level mountain bike stuff and branded e-bike stuff. It is a good all-rounder, guys. If you haven't bought this thing and you've got £1,500 or £1,800 in your pocket ready to burn, I suggest you go and get one. It's a decent bit of kit, full suspension, fat tyre. It's a little bit weighty, coming in at about 38 kilograms, I believe it is. But you don't feel it when you're riding it at all. Anyway, I hope you enjoy watching this video, guys. Decent bit of kit, I recommend it. I'll leave the links in the video description, and I'll see you guys in a video soon. Take it easy.